Yo, 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 what's good, fam? Your boy's back, and today we got the most addicting, most savage, most did he really just say that breakdown in hip-hop history. We diving into Kendrick Lamar's Meet the Grams, the section that don't just roast Drake, it exposes his whole relationship with money, his pops, and the generational curse that's been running through the Graham family like a bad credit score. This is the kind of content that had even Kendrick fans clutching their pearls like, bruh, this is therapy, not a diss track. If you ready for the most high energy, evidence-packed, and straight up hilarious deep dive you ever heard, smash that like, hit subscribe, and let's get into it. Let's start with the bar that set the whole internet on fire. Money's always been illusion, but that's the life he's used to.
But he lives inside confusion. Money's always been illusion, but that's the life he's used to.
Bruh, Kendrick ain't just talking about cash. He talking about Drake's whole reality being fake. Let that sink in. Drake been around money since he was a kid on Degrassi, and Kendrick saying that early money created a distorted reality. Drake out here thinking money solves everything, but Kendrick's like, nah, money's a mirage, my guy. You can't buy your way out of generational trauma. And yo, the roast is real. Kendrick saying Drake prioritizes material wealth and luxury over family responsibilities. He's blinded by the bag, can't see what really matters. That's why he out here flexing jets and chains while his family structure falling apart. If you ever seen somebody with all the money in the world, but still empty inside, you know exactly what Kendrick's talking about. The money mirage. Let's break it down. Drake's whole career built on the illusion of wealth. He got the OVO jet, the mansions, the Turks and Caicos getaways, the $500,000 chains. But what's it all for? Kendrick saying you so used to money, you forgot what's real. In the receipts, Drake's IG is a highlight reel of flexes. But where's the family? Where's the real connection? Kendrick's calling out the emptiness behind the luxury. And the wildest part, money's supposed to be a tool, not a mask. But for Drake, it's a whole disguise. He hiding behind the bag, thinking it'll protect him from the pain. But Kendrick sees through it. If you feeling this, smash that like and let's keep it moving. The father wound. Next bar, his father probably didn't claim him neither.
History repeats itself. Sometimes it don't need a reason. Fuck.
His father probably didn't claim him neither. History do repeats itself. Sometimes it don't need a reason.
History repeats itself. Sometimes it don't need a reason. Fuck.
Oof. That's a direct shot at Drake's well-documented, complicated relationship with his pops, Dennis Graham. Drake been rapping for years about growing up without consistent paternal support. Look what you've done. From Time, You and the Six, all about that absent father pain. But here's where it gets spicy. Dennis Graham has publicly disputed Drake's accounts, saying Drake exaggerated for sympathy and record sales. Drake clapped back saying, everything I said is true. So now you got a father and son beefing over who was more absent. That's a whole new level of dysfunction. Kendrick's not just roasting Drake, he's exposing the cracks in the foundation. And the comedy? Kendrick basically saying, bruh, your pops didn't claim you, and now you out here not claiming your own. That's generational roast, fam. That's the kind of bar that make you call your dad just to check in. History repeats, the curse continues. Next bar, history do repeats itself. Sometimes it don't need a reason. This is where Kendrick gets philosophical. He's saying, look, you got all this money, all this fame, but you still repeating the same mistakes your pops made. Let's connect the dots. Pusha T exposed Drake's son Adonis in 2018. Drake hit him for years. Now Kendrick saying, you out here doing the same thing your pops did to you. And the wildest part, Drake got firsthand knowledge of how that pain feels, but he's still passing it down. That's the generational curse. That's the cycle. Kendrick's used history repeats in his own work, talking about cycles of violence, conflict, and trauma. He's saying, Drake, you had a chance to break the cycle, but you chose to keep it going. If you ever seen somebody become the very thing they hated, you know this bar hits. The tier system, roasting with structure. Let's break down why Kendrick's approach is so genius. He's not just throwing random shots. He's building a tier system of roasts. Tier 1, the money illusion. Drake's reality is fake. Tier 2, the father wound. Drake's pops didn't claim him, now he not claiming his own. Tier 3, history repeats, the generational curse. Each bar builds on the last, escalating the stakes, making the roast deeper and more personal. And the payoff? By the time Kendrick gets to the end, you feel the full weight of the allegations. This ain't just a diss, it's a psychological profile.
It was J. Cole who set me up. He baited me in. I should have known. I offered him some pizza. This old fake Rastafarian Hotep at. My man said he don't even eat pizza. Nigga, who don't eat pizza? What the man? Y'all all told me Kendrick was down for it. He'd even let me win. This nigga killing me. Got all my fans out here calling me a pedophile. No more pizza parties at my house. I got them all out of here. Got the last one getting out right now.
I'm not a minor. I'm 27.
Now get your skinny ass up on out of here.
And the payoff, by the time Kendrick gets to the end, you feel the full weight of the allegations. This ain't just a diss, it's an intervention, a therapy session, and a public execution all wrapped in one bow. This is what happens when a lyrical genius decides you need to be studied for science. Let's put this in context. Most diss tracks, they go for the skills, the street cred, the image. They aim it for the head. But Kendrick, he went for the soul, the childhood, the credit score, and the family reunion group chat. But Kendrick, he's going for the soul. Let's compare. Nas versus Jay-Z. Ether was about credibility, manhood, authenticity. That was a demolition derby with bars as the weapons. Pac versus Biggie. Hit 'em Up was about betrayal, street code, personal beef. That was aggression in its purest, most unfiltered form. Pusha T versus Drake. The story of Abandonment was about secrets, fatherhood, and image. Pusha said, "You got a kid? The world about to know." And Drake had to change his album rollout. But Kendrick, he's combining all of that. Kendrick looked at every diss track in history, studied them like a PhD student, and said, "Watch me do all of this at once." And Drake's just out here looking like a case study. He's roasting Drake's money, his family, his legacy, his soul. This is the Hall of Fame of roasts, fam. And the best part, Kendrick does it with surgical precision. No wasted words, no filler bars, just pure, concentrated roast energy, like he distilled it in a lab. Every line is a scalpel. Let's talk about the psychological warfare. Kendrick ain't just clowning, he's diagnosing. Man turned into a therapist who bills by the bar, and Drake's getting charged for childhood trauma, daddy issues, and generational curses. That's an expensive session. He's saying, Drake, you're not just a bad rapper, you're a product of a broken system. He's exposing the trauma, the cycles, the pain. He's pulling back the curtain on the great and powerful Drake, and behind it is just Aubrey from Degrassi, with commitment issues and a shopping addiction. He's making the audience uncomfortable, but that's the point. Discomfort means it's working. And the curiosity? Every section promises deeper, darker content. You can't stop listening. It's like a true crime documentary, except Drake's the unsolved case and Kendrick's the detective with all the receipts. You gotta know what's coming next. And the validation? Kendrick saying what a lot of people been thinking, but were too scared to say. He's the friend who finally says what everyone's thinking at the dinner table. Except the dinner table is the entire internet, and Drake's reputation is the main course. He's given voice to the discomfort, the questions, the doubts, and the resolution. By the end, you got a framework to understand the experience. You see the blueprint, the pattern, the whole generational flowchart of dysfunction. Drake's family tree looks like a diagram of what not to do in therapy. Let's talk about the community. Kendrick's not just roasting for fun. He's holding up a mirror to the culture. He's saying, y'all really been letting this man fake deep his way through fatherhood while y'all stream his music? We gotta have higher standards, fam. He's saying, we gotta do better. We gotta break the cycle. We gotta stop letting money and fame blind us to what really matters. He's engaging the audience directly. What I'm about to show y'all is bigger than rap. This ain't just entertainment. This is a TED Talk disguised as a diss track, and Drake's the example of everything we're trying to avoid. It's about family, legacy, and breaking generational curses.
I believe you. You never gave us nothing to believe in.
Drop a comment if you ever seen this pattern in your own life. Let me know if you know somebody out here with a private jet but can't fly out to see their own kid. The math ain't mathin'. Subscribe if you want more breakdowns that go deeper than the surface. Kendrick's building a community of people who want to see hip-hop grow, not just entertain. He's creating a whole movement while Drake's over there trying to figure out how to respond without proving Kendrick right. So let's bring it all home. Kendrick's Meet the Grams bars about money, fatherhood, and generational trauma are the most layered, most savage, most uncomfortable roast in hip-hop history. This is the type of roast that gets framed, studied in college courses, and referenced every time somebody tries to claim Drake won any battle, ever. He exposes Drake's money illusion, his father wound, and the generational curse that keeps repeating. He don't just diss Drake, he dissects him. Man performed a full autopsy, identified the cause of death, emotional unavailability, and wrote the death certificate in real time. He don't just roast the man, he exposes the system that made him. And the wildest part, Drake can't respond.
Damn, I had to hit her ass too. Then this nigga showed the fucking Maybach glove, man. Damn.
Wait, what the glove mean?
You don't know what a glove mean, man? Tom Hanks. Man, stop asking me questions, nigga, cause I know it's you. One of y'all two niggas is snitching. I can't, I'ma find out, nigga. I'ma find out. Can't y'all see I'm better than him, though? I'm better than him. Somebody tell me I'm better than him. One of y'all niggas say it.
Damn, Drake, you ain't never say nigga this much.
Nigga, shut your ass up. Shit.
Daddy, can I come out now?
Go get your ass back up in that closet before you try to ruin my damn career. All y'all damn kids coming out of the woodwork.
Now let's talk Twitter explosions, Instagram chaos, TikTok going nuclear, and barbershops across America almost starting wars over this beef. Your grandma was asking questions, your pastor was taking notes, and Drake was somewhere Googling how to delete the internet. Drake was definitely in his mansion watching his phone blow up, switching between 17 burner accounts like, this is taken out of context. Bro, what context makes it better? You got cooked like a Thanksgiving turkey. If you're ready for the most hilarious, most unhinged, most I can't believe we witnessed this breakdown of internet history, smash that like, hit subscribe, and let's get it. Alright, so Kendrick drops the track Late Night and the internet immediately catches fire. I'm talking every platform simultaneously combusting like someone threw a match in a fireworks factory. Twitter went ballistic. Black Twitter specifically lost its collective mind. Trending topics everywhere. Drake's name flying across timelines, and the roast fest began instantly. Drake's name was trending with skull emojis, crying emojis, and people typing RIP like they was at a funeral. The internet wrote his obituary in real time. People were tweeting wild stuff like, this ain't even beef no more. This is a family counseling session with a beat. Engagement was insane. People getting hundreds of thousands of likes just for creative Drake slander. The internet became a roast competition. Another tweet energy, Drake somewhere eating ice cream straight from the tub at 4 a.m., watching YouTube tutorials on how to recover from public humiliation. Man probably had Wikipedia pages open, therapy apps downloading, and a vision board that just says, why me in glitter. Then the memes started flooding in. Oh, the memes, fam. People were creating content faster than Drake could say, but wait. Memes of Drake crying, memes of Drake in therapy, memes of Drake's Google search history. One whole series was just Drake's daily coping mechanisms, and it had like 80 parts. The internet had no mercy. OVO fans tried to defend him, keyword tried. They were in the trenches fighting a losing battle. One stan posted, y'all forgetting Drake is the most streamed artist, and the replies came like an avalanche. Yeah, he streams good, but apparently doesn't stream his son's school plays. What's your point? That defender got demolished so bad they probably changed their name. Another Drake defender, Kendrick's just jealous of Drake's lifestyle. Quote tweets were ruthless. Jealous of what? The hidden kids? The daddy issues? The generational trauma on display? Nah, we're good over here, thanks. That person deleted their whole account. Instagram went nuclear. Major pages posting and getting millions of interactions in hours. Comment sections looked like crime scenes. Drake's reputation was outlined in chalk and everyone was taking selfies with it. Comments like, Drake thought his money made him untouchable. Kendrick said, hold my Pulitzer and watch this. Thousands of likes. Another, Kendrick turned beef into a therapy session. Drake needs Dr. Phil, not a producer. More thousands of likes. Then Instagram psychologists showed up. The ones with no degree, but lots of opinions, writing novels and comments about Drake's attachment style, money as coping mechanism, fear of intimacy. One person made a 10-slide carousel about Drake's emotional unavailability, a case study. Got hundreds of thousands of likes. The man became a textbook example. Commentary pages were feasting. Comments weren't playing. Someone said this man's entire existence got fact-checked in 3 minutes. Got pinned by the page. Drake became a falsehood that needed correcting. TikTok was on another level. Gen Z went feral. There were tons of explainer videos breaking down every bar. Red string conspiracy boards connecting everything. POV, your Drake and Just Listen videos where people sat in silence, looking more and more traumatized, then cut to them throwing their phone across the room. Makeup tutorials titled, Get Ready While I Explain Drake's Downfall. People literally making pasta while roasting Drake's life choices. One TikTok exploded, millions of views. Someone said, Kendrick really told Drake your daddy didn't want you, and now you don't want your kid. And Drake thought he could respond to that. With what, sir? Actually, I claim him on weekends? Bro, the damage is permanent. Drake definitely watched that on a burner about 300 times, typed 17 different responses in his notes app, deleted them all, then just posted a picture of his car hoping everyone would forget. Man was in crisis mode with no exit strategy. Reddit had mega threads with thousands of comments, people writing dissertations. Someone probably wrote like 5,000 words about psychological warfare tactics. It was longer than most masters' theses and had better research than Drake's entire defense team.
Daddy, is it true? Are you a bad man? Nigga, get your ass out of here. Motherfucker, I'm a bad man. If it wasn't for Pusha T, boy, get your ass out of here.
The nigga that got bodied by Pusha T? The nigga that hiding his kid from the world, but his world wanna hide from the kid? Aubrey Graham in a wheelchair? Drake?
Yes!
Y'all niggas better stop playing with me in here. Y'all talking about the light-skinned nigga from DeGeneres?
From Toronto!
Yo, stop playing with me.
From where?
It was longer than most masters' theses and had better research than Drake's entire defense team. Someone created a full breakdown with timelines and cross-references spanning years. Reddit detectives did more work than the FBI. They had sources, citations, timestamps. It was more thorough than a criminal trial. Another Redditor, then analyzing these bars for days and keep finding new layers. Drake been hiding layers his whole life, specifically the layer called his child. Upvoted to the moon. Reddit joined the roast session. Barbershops went crazy. Across the country, men in barber chairs having heated debates like it was the election. One barber stopped mid-cut, clipper still buzzing, to break down how Kendrick roasted 3 generations at once. Said something like, he didn't just roast Drake, he roasted Drake's daddy, Drake's son, and Drake's unborn grandkids. That's 4 generations of flames. The guy in the chair said, but Drake got hits though, and the entire shop went silent. Someone in the back allegedly said, get out, Man had to finish his haircut in shame and disgrace. Another shop put up a joke sign. Bad takes about the beef cost double. That's business genius. Monetizing Drake's slander. Entrepreneurship. Now the cultural voices, the people who shape opinions, started weighing in. Podcasters dedicated entire episodes, sometimes hours, to like 3 bars. Some spent 90 minutes on a single verse. They were more invested than Drake's ghostwriters. Hip-hop legends who usually stay quiet were commenting on the brutality. General vibe was, this is different. This is surgical. This is not normal beef energy. Even the OGs were shook. Veterans were saying this represents a new era of beef, not about rap skills, but about who can psychologically demolish their opponent more effectively. Kendrick changed the game, and Drake became the example of what happens when you lose that game. Music publications writing full analytical pieces with titles about weaponizing family trauma. These weren't reviews, these were cultural examinations. Drake's life became required reading. Outlets brought in actual experts, people with degrees in psychology and sociology. They analyzed the diss track like it was a scientific study. Drake got peer-reviewed by professionals with Creduffingtons. Long-form podcasts went for hours dissecting every angle. Episodes longer than movies just about how Drake got cooked. They spent more time analyzing it than Drake spent being present that year. Journalists writing about how this forces us to reconsider celebrity accountability. The roast became a think piece. Drake's pain became a dissertation topic. Even people outside hip-hop were reacting. Athletes posting cryptic emojis that everyone knew meant, yeah, Drake lost. Some were direct, basically saying Kendrick won without saying much. The cosigns were clear. Entertainers from other industries. I don't even understand rap beef, but I know someone just got annihilated. Even people who don't follow hip-hop acknowledged the destruction. Drake got roasted so hard it crossed genres. Musicians from different styles commenting on using personal trauma as a weapon. Some impressed, some uncomfortable, but everyone talking about it. Drake became a cross-cultural phenomenon for losing. Now Drake's famous friends? Silent. Absolutely silent. Frequent collaborators? Quiet. Label mates? Nothing. Toronto crew? Crickets. The entire OVO operation went into witness protection. They disappeared faster than Drake when it's time for parent-teacher conferences. Even his day one said, "You on your own with this one." When women started weighing in, oh, it got spicy. Female artists subtweeting and liking posts about men thinking money replaces emotional presence. The cosigns were loud even without mentioning names. Everyone knew who we talking about. Women in media pointing out patterns about wealthy men avoiding accountability. Discussion expanded beyond Drake into male behavior generally, and Drake was Exhibit A, the primary example, the poster child. Female creators making series about emotionally unavailable men using materialism as shields. One did a whole attachment styles breakdown using Drake as the case study. Man became a teaching tool for red flags in dating. Relationship podcasters had field days. Drake became the example of what to avoid in every relationship podcast for weeks. Culture spoke unanimously. Lesson learned. Kendrick's artistry won. Drake's example taught us what not to do. But most importantly, we all benefited from conversations, awareness, and legendary memes. So Drake, wherever you are, whatever burner you're on, your moment of getting cooked became everyone's moment of growth. Thank you for your sacrifice. Your pain created purpose. That's gotta count for something, right? Made it this far? You a real one. Drop your favorite meme, biggest takeaway, or one more roast for the culture. Smash that like, hit subscribe, and remember, break generational curses, prioritize what matters, and don't give Kendrick a reason to study your family tree. Keep it 100, stay true, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.